Scared the Sureshot. It's been a minute since I made a new video, so I figured since I'm on my spring break right now, I hit y'all with a little review of my man Nolan's new project, The Loose Files. So today, I'm gonna just get into a few of my favorite tracks off The Loose Files. Alright, so the first track I want to talk about is the intro to the album. It's called Reintroduction, though. It's produced by Originus, and the start of the song, basically Nolan talks about how he's put out a lot of projects in the past, and how things have got to change. You know, he really wants to push forward and really get his name recognized out there, which he deserves to. You know, I've been following him for about 3 years, since about 2008, and he's really improved his rhyming skills and his songwriting abilities. So, you know, as long as he keeps putting out projects like this, you know, it's definitely in his favor. It definitely looks like he's going to continue to improve and definitely get that notoriety that he deserves. In the hook, he actually shouts out several producers and guys that he's worked with, so that's real dope that he did that. Wish he would shouted me out, but it's all good. You know, so it was just really cool. Once he does blow up, you know, I would have been like, hey, Jay Nolan shouted me out on that track. You know? But something that I can tell my kids. You know, good work on Nolan's part as well as Originus for the beat. I really feel the sample. I think it's a dope song to start off the album with. Alright, so the next joint I want to talk about is a song titled Cortisone. It's the third track on the Loose Files, produced by my man Young B, the producer. Shout out to Young B. And for those who don't know, cortisone is the Spanish word for heart. And I saw the post that Nolan put on his Tumblr, where he was talking about the track before he actually released it. And he was saying how the beat was a little bit different than what he usually does. You know, he called it a South beat, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something that I call a South beat as well. Music from the South, I don't know why. Anyway, when the song came out, I was really impressed by Young B. He kind of stepped out of his comfort zone a little bit as far as the drum programming. But he nailed the sound down. He got the hi-hats going kind of like Lex Luger does it. But he still kept it, you know, East Coast with the sample. I really feel the beat. Nolan obviously delivered on the rhymes and the energy. So solid track all around. Alright, the next joint I want to talk about is called Get Out the Game. This is the first single, the first track that Nolan released off of the Loose Files. And it definitely came out of surprise, and it surprised the hell out of me when I pressed play once I downloaded it. It's produced by Frontier, and I got to give big props to Frontier. He definitely killed the track. I'm feeling the sample, and the drums really knock on it. It's got a lot of energy. And Nolan just killed it on the rhymes. You know, the hook is pretty self-explanatory. It explains the message in it, and you know, Nolan keeps on pushing forward. His music keeps on blowing up. A lot of these whack rappers are going to get out of the game. They ain't gonna have no choice. So, props to Frontier and props to Nolan on Get Out the Game. Alright, the next joint I'm gonna get into is entitled A Love Supreme, and it's produced by my man B Dilla. I'm a little familiar with some of his work. He's worked with Nolan in the past on other projects. And keeping it true to his sound, to what I believe the sound is, he definitely killed it with the sample. I'm really feeling the loop. And the drums fit, you know, they right in pocket. And Nolan just complements the track real well. He tells a couple of stories on this track. And I feel like that's definitely one of Nolan's strengths in MCing and storytelling. Is something that's kind of a lost art. So I'm definitely impressed by Nolan's storytelling abilities on this track. It's actually the one that I played most so far since I've downloaded the Loose Files. So props to Nolan and props to B Dilla on the track. I give props to Jay Songs, who's on the hook of A Love Supreme. He definitely did his thing for his first time debuting on the Jay Nolan song. So props to Jay Songs. I'm gonna have to send some R&B tracks to Jay Songs way so we can get it popping. So. The next track is Flight with No Wings, produced by T. Do It. I hope I'm not pronouncing your name too wrong. But yeah, props to T. I'm really feeling the track. It's another track that's a little bit different than what Nolan usually goes for. It's definitely got the right amount of energy, and as you can see in the beginning of the track, Nolan says he's going to go in on the lyrics, and that's exactly what he did. He went in. So props to him on that. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Lupe, the energy. At least Lupe on this mixtape style. Lupe is going in, so definitely take that as a compliment. Hope you do. But yeah, and then the little hilarious skit at the end talking about being on the flight with no wings. So Nolan's starting to get into that comedy arena as well. You might want to try to do some stand-up. That was pretty funny. I definitely got the joke. So shout out to T. Do It and J. Nolan on Flight with No Wings. Alright, so the last joint I'm going to talk about is the last track on the album, The Loose Files. It's titled Round, produced by Jonathan Maxwell III. And originally Nolan sent me this track just to give me an idea of what he was going for. And you know, I was really impressed by this one. This is definitely one I had on repeat early. And it definitely captures that feel, that kind of 90s East Coast feel. But it's also got its own original sound. It's updated to 2011. I'm really feeling the drums and the sample. It's killer. I like how you put the sample at the beginning just to let us hear what it was and how you flip it. I definitely respect that. Of course, Nolan on the rhymes, top notch as always. Keeping it real energetic, and also shouting out his people. And that second verse, I believe, talking about how he was on SoundClick. I mean, how many people remember SoundClick? I ain't even been on SoundClick in forever, but I definitely get that vibe when I hear that track. It gives me a nice little visual of the East Coast, like New Jersey, New York. I've never been there before, but I definitely get that feeling when I hear this track. So shout out to Jonathan Maxwell III on the beat, and shout out to Nolan, putting together another solid album, The Loose Files, which you can get right now, free download. You can get it in the description of the video that I post. You'll have the links to that. So shout out to J. Nolan, all the producers that made the album, and hope to hear more from J. Nolan and these producers in the future. Peace.